It's Suchna. So I sincerely hope you have learned something new than before. Yeah. So thank you for joining 30-day PCB Design Challenge course, and I sincerely hope you have learned something new at Suchna. So today we will be assigning projects for everyone based on the alphabetical wise. Okay. Yeah. So now we will be assigning projects to everyone. అమ్మ ఇప్పుడు రాకమ్మా. Yeah. So we will be assigning projects for everyone. We have total a list of around yeah, we have a list of total 20 projects. I'm posting the link in the chat box. So now I will be randomly assigning project. Yeah. Okay. So now we will start assigning the projects. Around 9 people have joined today's session, and let's go alphabetical wise. And first I'm starting with Ayub. Okay. So Ayub, I'm just spinning the wheel. Whatever you got, I need to assign the same project. So it's completely random. So no one can predict what will be the project that you will be getting. Okay, I'm just spinning the wheel. Whatever the value that you will be getting, I am assigning the same project. So you got number six. So I will be assigning the sixth project to Ayub. Yeah. Someone trying to join? Yeah, Vishal. So for Ayub, I am assigning project number 6. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. AYYUB. Okay. So you need to work on QMC 5883L. So that is the project I am giving to you. So note that you need to do on yourself, but I will be assisting you. So whenever you require any help while you are working practically on ECEDA, so you can always feel free to share your questions. You can send a message in to me in WhatsApp. So we will be also scheduling one review hour.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So during that review hour, maybe we can arrange 1 or 2 review
Okay.
hours. So during that, I will be assisting you. What kind of things that you need to do modification to your existing project. Okay, and how to submit the project, everything I will tell you in this session. Yeah. So you need to work on this particular one. Okay. So I have already
Okay, sir.
posted this link in the WhatsApp. So you can whenever you want, you can also click on that link and automatically you will get the entire thing. Okay. Yeah. So I'm spinning the wheel again, and
Okay, sir.
next
Okay,
one
sir.
is Charan. So I'm spinning the wheel. So you got number 2. So I think number 2 is very easy. BME 280. We already discussed in our sessions. Okay, very easy one. Okay. So BME 280. See, actually BME 280 are almost equivalent. So if someone again get BMP 280, I am not gonna assign that. I will be spinning the wheel again. Okay, because both are equivalent almost. Yeah. So Charan, you need to do the PCB. You need to design a PCB for BME 280 module. So which is responsible for temperature, humidity, and pressure detection. Okay. So and next person is Inamal. And Inamal, I'm spinning wheel. Are you ready, Inamal? Yeah. So let's see now. Yeah, Inamal got number 1, so I'm again spinning the wheel. Yeah, 7. So Inamal 7. You got ambient light meter. I hope text is visible, right? Yeah, Inamal. So you need to work on BH1750. You need to work on BH1750 module. Okay. And yeah, next Shikarani. Yeah. So for Shikarani, it's number 4. Okay, number 4 is MPU 9250, which is 9 DYF orientation display. I mean, which is a inertial measurement unit. So it is having total 9 directions. Okay, so Shikarani. See, just go for schematics. You need to refer the original documentation. From that, extract the schematics and do the design the schematic page, and then go to the routing section. First, you need to place the component in the layout design, organize it in a proper fashion, symmetric fashion, in a much organized way. Then do the routing. Use two layers, upper layer and bottom layer. Do the routing, and then uh, you know I will tell you how to do the submission as well. So for Shikarani, it's number 4, MPU 9250. Okay. Yeah. So then we have Teja Anirudh. So for Teja Anirudh, again I am spinning the wheel again. So number 2 is already assigned. Yeah, we got number 8, Teja Anirudh. So for number 8, uh, TSL 2561. So light intensity detector. Okay.
Okay.
Teja Anirudh. So you need to work on TSL 2561. Okay. TSL 2561. So this is TSL 2561. It is like a light intensity luminosity sensor module. Lux means luminescence. So how intense the light, uh, how intense light it is falling. Basically something like a brightness detection. So you need to work on this particular module. So
Okay.
this is, see, we are having some expectations. So this is no ordinary one. We are not expecting an ordinary module. Okay, we are expecting something different. So what are all our expectations? I will tell you. So today we also posted few things, right? Like silk screens, colorful silk screens, few funny silk screens. So we want creativity. Whatever you design, we want some creativity in that. Okay, ordinary modules anyone can build it. So we want creativity in that. So we will be selecting few projects from your one. Okay, so if possible we can do the fabrication as well. Okay, it will be like your lifetime project, isn't it? So yeah. And then after Teja Anirudh, and next we will, who is on the list, Nihal Reddy, and then we have Nihal Reddy. So for Nihal, it's number 9. So 9 would be AHT 20. Okay, indoor temperature and humidity logger.
Okay, sir.
Nihal Reddy. So we need to work on this particular IC, AHT 20. Okay. See, already I told you one more thing. Usually these sensors, the operational temperature we discussed, right? If you check here, it is also displaying minus 40 degrees centigrade to 85 degrees centigrade. That's what we discussed. Yeah. And Nihal Reddy, it is AHT 20, which is indoor temperature and humidity module. Okay.
Okay, sir.
which is little bit advanced than the BMP 280. And next we have Vaibhav. So for Vaibhav, I'm spinning the wheel. So number three. So number three would be so GY521 MPU 6050. Very simple one. Okay, it is, yeah, for this you can find so many schematics. Vaibhav, right? Yeah.
Okay.
It is part of inertial measurement unit, basically a gyroscope. Okay. So and if possible, you can do collaboration work as well. And we have Vaibhav and Shikarani both got inertial measurement units, but the IC would be different. One person like Vaibhav should be working on MPU 6050 and Shikarani is working on MPU 9250. So if you want, you can do collaboration as well, and you guys can share your suggestions. But all communications should be through our group only. So no personal communications are allowed. So anything you want to do, any communications you want to do, everything should be through our WhatsApp group, because all the communications from our WhatsApp group will be monitored. So yeah, and then we have Sri Krishna. So I'm spinning the wheel for Sri Krishna. So I think number 7 is already assigned. Let me check. Yeah, 7 is already assigned to Inamal. So I'm spinning again. So I think we need to add a few more things, right? Because we have up to 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we have updated the spinner. So I'm just again spinning the wheel for Sri Krishna. I think 8 is already assigned. 8 is already assigned to Tejani, right? Yeah, 15. So 15 would be INA 219 battery voltage and current monitor. So you got a little bit complicated. I don't say too much complicated, but apart from the other sensors, it is little bit, you need to work on voltage regulators. So Sri Krishna. See, I'm assigning. See, first we need to assign a project to individual, but those who want to take multiple projects, so I will give you time. You can raise your hand, whatever among these 20. For if you are interested to work on another projects as well, then you can also do collaboration. So you can work as a team and you can submit. But all these projects needs to be submitted. Okay, and then Sri Krishna, you need to work on INA 219, which is battery voltage and current monitor. Okay, part of BMS, battery management system. So what is the module now? Final date for submission. So actually we are giving 1 week of time. So that is as per the rules, but we can extend it as well. Okay, if you are unable to work on 1 week, if you are unable to submit, we can extend. As per rules, it is 1 week, but there is no strict restriction, because I alone needs to evaluate your things, right? So yeah, and then INA 219, right? So this is INA 219. See, you already know about this particular thing. We already discussed about it, which is called as terminal block connectors, isn't it? So you can directly go to LCSC library. From that you can fetch the part number and you can add it. So all schematics is already available in the internet. Go to the documentation sheet. You need to extract yourself, because no one will tell you, including a professional developer, professional designer also. For him, no one will be giving the schematic. Okay. So first, initially at learning stage, you need to check from the documentation sheet. Later on, as you are working further and further, automatically you will come to know. You will be able to design schematics on yourself without referring to, just by checking the part names. You will be able to in a state to design schematics on yourself. But if you want to achieve that state, first you need to start by extracting the schematics from the document, original schematics or documentations published by the manufacturer. So that is the starting point. So you need to work on this particular thing. So it is basically BMS, battery management system. And then next we have so after Sri Krishna we have Vishal. So I think few people left the meet, I don't know. Okay, so then we have Vishal. So I'm spinning the wheel for Vishal. And you got 14. 14 would be uh, yeah, MLX 90614. So it is actually very easy because the schematic is very simple. Okay, not even a capacitor or capacitor would be there on MLX one, only IC. Okay, but that's not what we want. You can add decoupling capacitors. You need to do your own research, which component should you need to add, how much of capacitance you need to add. So you need to perform research on yourself. So I think it's Vishal, right? Yeah. So I'm saving the data. So these are the projects. Now those who are interested in other projects among these 20, I have already shared this Google, Google Sheet link in the WhatsApp group. So those who are interested in working on any other project among these 20, so kindly please inform me right now, so that I will mark your name as well, so that then only it will be possible for us to track your progress. So anyone interested to work on or take up multiple projects? So we'll start with, yeah, okay. So Vaibhav, what project you would like to take up? You can take as many as you want as per your ability, but all needs to be submitted within the time frame.
Okay. Any project?
Yeah, among these 20, whatever you want, except the first one because it is very simple. One, yeah. So just tell me the serial number from. Uh, I request you to also avoid the second one. Okay, that is also very simple. And
17?
17, indoor air quality monitor. Okay, so your name Vaibhav, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Vaibhav 17. Yeah. Anyone else? Sharon, you would like to work on any more project? And Ayub, you want to work on any more project? Teja Anirudh would like to do 19th one. Let me check. 19. Okay, good. See, I request if you got, when we spin the wheel, if you got simple one, you just try to take up the complicated one as well. Okay. When you are working on complicated one, then you will come to know many things.
20. 20.
Sorry, someone tried to speak. Yeah, someone said some number. I couldn't hear. Okay, 20. Sharon 20. Okay, anyone else? Because this will be finalized and will be submitted. Okay, so anyone else want to work on any other thing? You have so many things over here. So many sensors are there. Very simple projects. We have listed very simple projects. Yeah. Raise the hand. Are you, yeah, which one you want to take up? Say
20.
Krishna
20.
20. Okay, are you would like to take
20.
20? Yeah, 20. I marked it. Anything else? And Sri Krishna 20 and 13. 20, okay. See, you guys can work as a
Only
team.
13.
Only 13. Okay,
I
fine.
work. Yeah.
13. Sri Krishna. See, if you are interested in collaborative design, you can work as a group and you can submit as a group project, or if you want to do individual projects on yourself, you can do individually. And but you can discuss about your, you can discuss about your project, what kind of thing you need to implement. So it's up to you how you want. If multiple, for those who got only single projects, it's fine. But if people, let's say like this particular one, 21, so you can collaborate and you can do as well. Okay. So through collaborative design, you will also come to know so many things just by discussion. So every day, kindly please keep me updated whatever work that you are doing. Okay, through this the time frame. Every day keep me updated, keep me posted. What are the things that you did on that particular day? By the end of the day, you need to submit your work, what you did, what kind of things you did. Let's say you have done with schematic, at least partially. So you can just post that particular thing, take a screenshot and explain what you did, and you can post a message so that we can, track your progress. Okay, or else our team will post a Google form. But the thing is, we just don't want to make it complicated by doing all this stuff. So let's keep the WhatsApp group even more energetic. So you can start posting your, already we have allowed, changed the settings to everyone to make, to send messages. So you can start posting the messages, but everything should be related to your project and education. So other commercial or promotional things are highly restricted. So we have zero tolerance for spam. So kindly please keep the rules and regulation of our community and keep it safe and maintain the decorum. So anyone want to work on any other thing before I finalize? Still anyone want to work on any other thing? Nihal, you want to work on 10th? Yeah. So no one taken number 5. So we are having still 5, 11, 12 and 18. 5, 11, 11, 12 and 18. 5, 11, 12, 18. 5, 11, 12, 18. Inamal 12. So someone can take up the vacancies. Someone can fill up the vacancies. No problem. Anyone still? Let me check those who are taking only one project. Vaibhav has taken 2. Charan having 2. Teja Anirudh having 2. Sri Krishna having 2. Okay, I think except Shikarani, everyone got 2. So I'll be randomly providing 1 to Shikarani as well. Yeah. Still 3 more vacancies. Anyone want to take up, or shall I finalize? I think those are sufficient, right? Yeah, I'm finalizing it. So I will update it to the our team. So you need to work on these particular projects. So anything, any question you have during, you can post the questions. So whenever I'm free, I will go through your question and I will update you in the group itself. Okay, let's say you are confused about what kind of component to select, so you can ask me, I will guide you. And how many of you want to really fabricate these projects that you are designing? So can just raise your hand. How many people wants to fabricate? Nihal Reddy and Tej Anirudh. Okay, Inamal Ayub. See, if you want to manufacture, it should be first having manufacturability, right? We discussed. So all PCBs are not suitable for manufacturing. So what we want is, we want creativity in your PCB design. Okay. So if you really perform very well, okay, we will select 2 to 3 projects. Okay. I'm not sure how many projects, but we'll definitely take up, at least I can give guarantee for 1 project. So we can get it fabricated as well. Okay. so that it will remain as your lifetime project. You can add it, you can add it, everyone can add your projects into your resume. So that's why you're providing certificate. So those who have not yet paid the certification fee, we request you, the deadline is 11:59 p.m. today. So after that, even if you make a payment to the QR, payment will be received, but no certificate will be processed. So that it's an automated payment acceptance system. So once the deadline is approached, after deadline, the window will be closed irreversibly. So even the payments are accepted, but certifications will not be processed if you pay after 11:59 p.m. Even after 1 millisecond after 11:59 p.m. will be considered as out of time, okay, out of deadline. So kindly, if still, I hope everyone has paid, but still, if there's anyone in the meet who have not yet paid, opted in for a premium certificate, if you wish to opt in for premium one, you can pay, or else if you're comfortable with the basic one, so you can go with basic one. For everyone, we will provide basic, but for exclusively for those who opted in for the premium version, we will provide you the premium one. So now coming to the submission, how to join about ECEDA, right? So I'll show you. Okay. So we will be sharing you one link. Okay, everyone needs to join in that. So whatever the projects that you are doing, I can directly see over here, and I will check the progress randomly, maybe at one alternative days. So I will be tracking your progress. Okay, so it's not like the course is completed. So this is the actual thing that you need to work on. So we discussed everything. We have not uh, left any concept. Okay, as per our curriculum, we have even went beyond our curriculum. We discussed so many regulations and so many things we have discussed that no one will be revealing you. So we revealed so much of knowledge, starting from day one. We started learning about the manufacturing process and how it is manufactured in a factory, and different steps in that, etching, silk screen layers. And then we discussed about how to choose the track width. So based on the primary factor, secondary factor, we derived the formula, and we discussed many applications on track width. And after track width derivation, and then we came to user interface. In user interface, we discussed first, initially we discussed about the basic user interface, and moreover we also discussed about our CubeSat schematic. I have told you how complicated the schematics could be, and we discussed about how simple a schematic could be as well. Like if you take BMP 280, the schematic is very simple, isn't it? So we have taken that as a reference, and then we discussed about the user interface of ECEDA, how to create a project, quick access tools, and then top navigation tool, creating a collaborative project, which is actually not part of our session, but I just shown you the option create teams. And then we came to know about different options, like in settings, how to change the primitive styles. Total there are 10 primitive styles, like 10 styles, out of which you can pick any one as the primitive style. So if you change the style, then the rendering engine, how the way that the symbols and everything will be appearing on the screen, okay, the appearance will change as per the primitive style. And you can change the configuration as well. How to choose your own configuration. Also we discussed there would be color mapping for different things. And then we discussed about how to export the schematics into image, into a PDF document, again in image, PNG, and then SVG. And we have quickly done a quality comparison between SVG file format, which is basically scalable vector graphics, where the entire data is retained in the form of XML format. And then coming to PNG, some pixels are lost, but still it is preferred format compared to JPG or JPEG. PNG is preferred. So then we discussed about in the schematic page how to move the position of the title, title block, and enable border or disable borders, and how to change the page size, page configuration, page setup. And then we discussed about uh, how to draw curves, right? Rectangle, square, circle, arc, and again in arc, by choosing two final position, initial position and the terminal position, we can draw a curve. And there is one more thing called bezier. With the bezier also we can draw some uh, our own curves. Okay, we learned how to draw ellipses. uh, Again, for the curves, there would be line style, right? Like dotted, dotted, dot, dashed, dashed, so like that. And then we'll discussed about BMP to 80 schematic. And again in BMP to 80 schematic we discussed about pull up resistor, pull down resistor, decoupling capacitors. What's the role of decoupling capacitor? It should be placed near the power supply rails. And we discussed about I square C communication, I square C address, and serial clock and serial data lines. And we discussed about how to change the I square C address 0 into 77 and 0 into 76 by pulling up and down. Like you can, by tying the serial SD0 pin to VCC or ground, you can change the I square C address. So all the boards do not have same I square C address. Different boards have different I square C addresses. And we discussed about few case studies. I mean few scenarios. Like if you are having multiple boards carrying the same I square C address, how will you be handling it? So one will be, for one SD0 pin can be tied high, for another low. So one more scenario I told, like if you are having multiple more than two, so we need to use multiplexers and demultiplexers. So we need to use muxes. So by that we can handle multiple modules even though they carry same I square C address. So which we call it as I square C expander. Okay. And then we discussed about that, with these all things happened in the lab session. So we also discussed how to place images in schematic page, how to place an image. So we discussed operations on image, how to rotate an image, and increase or decrease its size. So positioning, and then opacity. And then we also discussed about ROHs. So restriction of hazardous substances are around 10 chemicals, like starting from lead, mercury. So what are the allowed levels? Why they are banned? What's the history of ROHs? The European Union. We discussed about FCC, Federal Communications Commission, and what's the story behind FCC. So who can add FCC logo? There is a FCC certification. You require an FCC ID. Everyone cannot add an FCC logo. And then we discussed about uh, yeah then we discussed about e-electronic, e-waste management, consumer safety, and environmental safety. And then case studies in China, in Silicon Valley, how these chemicals are being polluting the environment and consumers. We discussed about different things like polybrominated diphenyls, polybrominated biphenyls and polybrominated diphenyl ethers. We also revealed, interestingly, unlike other courses, we also revealed uh, the chemical structure of FR4, isn't it? Chemical structure of FR4. It's a wonderful session. We discussed the chemical structure behind it. So nowhere else you can find that. We revealed the epoxy linkages. So FR4 containing a secondary alcohol. So if you check the organic chemistry, according to that, it will be having secondary alcohols, epoxy linkages. So we discussed everything about it. And we also discussed how brominated or halogenated uh, biphenyls. Okay, so how they are affecting. We discussed many families like BPS, so many things we discussed. So go back and check those sessions. And then we also discussed about different IPC regulations, IPC 455, 522, so IPC TM 650, IPC 650A, so visual inspection test, ROSE test, and which means restriction of solution extraction. And we discussed about tape test, isn't it? We also discussed in when placing the images in, what kind of things that you take care of, like removing the background. So removing the background is essential, because if you remove the background only, then it appears to be, it will having good user experience. Though whoever watching the schematic, going to the schematic, he will feel it is of professional standard. And then we switch it to layout design. In layout design we discussed how to place images. So an additional menu will pop up if you want to place the colorful silk screen, or else you want to switch back to grayscale image, so you can opt in between anything. So in colorful silk screens, like we discussed some rules as well, like if you want to place some gold finger, so during the region nearby gold fingers, there should be no colorful color silk screens, or no silk screens or shoulder mask is allowed. And within 1 mm range, no component is allowed to be placed within the gold fingers 1 mm range. And usually the spacing between two gold fingers we discussed. And we also discussed, initially at the beginning we discussed, we revealed that it is made up of copper, traces are made up of copper. But later during the end of the session we discussed not only copper, gold is also used. So we discussed about ENIG method, electroless nickel immersion gold method. So in this method we will be using copper layer, and then above the copper we will be having nickel, and above the nickel we will be having gold layer. So what are the allowed thicknesses of these particular layers, and according to the specification, what are the values at Suchna, what values we are following. And at industry, what values are taken as the standard ranges. These three things also we covered. And then we also discussed about different kinds of gold fingers: segmented, intermittent, long, short, uneven, even, regular, and flux type. So these are all these gold finger types we covered. And we also discussed about the visual inspection test, so where we will be validating shoulder mask discoloration. So it is basically for shoulder mask discoloration. And so did I left any concept? Anyone? How to export a schematic to Gerber file? Yeah, that will be discussed. Okay, so that's what actually we'll be discussing in today's session. How to export into Gerber file. So other than that, so now I will be telling you how to export it. We also discussed different formats in Gerber, isn't it? There are around two to three formats, around three formats. Okay, in Gerber, olden format and the latest format and the current industrial format. Total three types are there in Gerber as well. That also we discussed. Yeah, we discussed about routing, how to use top copper layer and bottom copper layer, and we discussed about vias, isn't it? Vias. So different kinds of vias we discussed. So buried via, isn't it? Buried via. Yeah, different types of vias also we discussed. And plated through hole, non-plated through hole, isn't it? In non-plated through hole, we will be not having a conductive layer. Okay, outer conductive layer. So it is there only for the mechanical purpose, mechanical structure. No signal transmission, electrical significance, no electrical conduction significance. And then we also discussed about the characteristic impedance formula. So initially we thought that it is only, only the those parameters for estimating the width of the copper layer. We need to take, that is very crucial aspect. But later we revealed that even the height of the laminate material that you are using plays an important role in the efficient data transmission. Okay, which is revealed in the characteristic impedance formula. So go back to that formula and you can check out that. So basically, yeah, that's all the things we discussed. So on that day we discussed about the construction of a capacitor, parallel plated capacitor, how it is related with this particular one. So by taking those formulas and by doing some approximations, so based on scientific things, we derived that formula. Okay, it's not a complete derivation. So yeah, so these are all the things that we discussed, right? So now coming to this particular one. So let me just log in with my account and then we'll continue. See, exporting Gerber is very easy. Okay, hardly takes 1 to 2 minutes. That's it. Achha, I think some other account. Okay, I will go to some BMP 280 module. I think this is done by Ibrahim, I think so, isn't it? MPU 6050. So I will tell you how to do the submission as well. Okay, okay, this is done by us only. Okay, we only did that. We only did this. Yeah. As you can check, we added a colorful silk screen layer. So let me check the 3D. See, we want the creativity in the project. Okay, whatever the PCB that you are submitting. So we want something creativity. Focus on schematic. Okay. So usually the normal schematics may not be having capacitors and all other stuff. So you need to add them. You need to improvise, enhance. We don't want the regular one. We want something different in that. So, so I'm just turning backside. See how exactly this silk screen. So this is the back silk screen, right? So how exactly the back silk screen, the holes, uh, they are exactly fitting with the actual one, isn't it? Actual wires. See how exactly they are fitting. We can have our logo. We are having our logo over here as well. See, here we have written GYMPU 6050, 6 axis inertial measurement unit, accelerometer plus gyroscope, VCC, ground, serial clock, serial data. So, all the pins. So, our logo. So, and one more thing, for whatever the project that you are doing, so we want our branding to be there. Okay, that is the important instruction. I will tell you the instructions as well. So, we want the logo or some branding. So, you can generate, you can take help of UIs uh, as well. So you can use whatever tools that you want. You can take help of Adobe. So I don't know how many of you know about Adobe tools. So Adobe is having fantastic tools for this purpose. Okay, you can use Photoshop, whatever that you want, you can use. So ultimately, we want a creative one. So to export, very simple. Simply click on export. So you will be having the options. Okay, first you need to click on file. Then here you will be having the option export. Yeah, but for that first you need to stay in the main section. Okay, so you need to go to the schematic or board section. Uh, yeah. Now click on file, then click on export. So here we will be having the options. See, we also discussed about this measuring one, right? Measuring scale. So I think that works in the, yeah, tools measure, that works in the layout design. If you are in the layout design, it will work. Okay, yeah, measure distance and measure object. So this is the measuring tool. See, if you want to measure, you can do this. So this is how you can measure the distances as well. Okay, so first I will tell you how to submit the project, what are the requirements, then we will jump into exporting Gerber. So first thing is, first and foremost, so I will share you one link maybe after a session. So I hope everyone know how to do the collaborative project, right? So first I will create a team. Okay, I'm creating a new project. Let me create a new project. Yeah, I'm clicking on create team. So I'm creating a team. Everyone needs to join the same team. Okay. Yeah, I will be sharing the link. So through that link you can join. Okay. So you also need to do documentation only. You guys only, those who are taking up the project, not only just making that, you need to do documentation as well. How it is working, everything we need a PDF. Okay, if you want the tools which are required for that, we will provide. Okay. I'm just creating one project right now. Okay, so we will share you the links for each and every project. So each and every team we will share you the link. You need to join that specific thing, and let's say for simplicity, first I will create a project for BME 280. BME 280. Okay, we will share you the link to join this particular thing. So you need to do the PCBs. So for each and every PCB you need to document the dimension. Okay, you need to document the dimension as well. What kind of components have you used? So starting from very beginning you need to document everything. For each and every project you need to make a documentation. At least the PDF should have around 50 pages. Okay, minimum of 50 pages. That means everything should be documented. So even the position between, the distance between one resistor, if you place a resistor, so what's the distance that you have taken from one resistor to the another resistor? So that thing also we require. So you need to generate some assets like your images. You can take help of AI. You can generate assets. You can do creatively, and it should resemble the branding of Suchna. So, and then the deadline is we are actually providing 1 week, but still if you want I know that it is not possible within 1 week as you are beginners, so I can extend it, maybe up to something like uh, 13 to 14, I mean total 2 weeks. So but I want the progress to be submitted each and every day. Okay, I will see the progress from you. And so it should resemble the Suchna branding. Okay, so just like I have shown you in the BME, sorry, MPU 6050. So see, that's a very simple thing, but you still need to even do, you need to perform even more creativity. So the more the creativity is, the more chances for your project to be getting selected. If your project is selected, then we will do the fabrication. So we can get a, we will give, we are having many PCB manufacturers. There are many manufacturers. We are collaborated with many fabrication units across the globe. So we will forward your Gerber files to them. They will be fabricating it. So you will get one copy of your PCB, and one copy will be stored at one physical PCB will be stored in our Suchna library at our office. Okay, so it's a wonderful opportunity that we will be helping you for your fabrication to get your first PCB copy that you have never even made in your life, right? So this is the best opportunity for you guys. So make use of it. So do your best. Okay, so don't think that I see some people may think that we can take even more help of the mentor so that we can do even more better. So don't think like that. I am not gonna help you that much. So I will be answering the basic questions in detail. How creative you should perform, everything lies on you. Okay, I will be answering only basic questions. So I may answer, I may not be answer, I may answer, I may not answer, right? Because this is like a competition for you. Okay, so you need to do it on yourself. And those who perform very well, so their project will be selected for and will be sent for the fabrication. Okay, it will be sent for the fabrication. And then we may give an opportunity for one or two people to get involved in the activities happening at Suchna. So we'll admit you in the executive council group, where administrative related informations will be provided in prior. Okay, whatever activities and future projects could be related to the outreach activities, or building some new innovative solutions, or else useful products. So we are having so many products at so many services we are offering at Suchna. So we will be having a graduation day within a week. So exact date will be announced very soon. So everyone join that graduation day. So we will be having a discussion with the founder of Groyota LLP, where I and Daniel from Groyota will be, discussing as a chief guest. So come and join us on the graduation day. We are having an exciting program. So we are planning something different, exclusively for you. So usually it is thought that we should plan the graduation day initially, but rather now the decision has been changed. So actually it should be within a week, but now we are trying to postpone it after your submissions of your uh, projects. As soon as everyone submitted the project, immediately date within that, initially we thought we can give 1 week of time frame for making the projects, and after 1 week you can put the graduation day. But right now I know it's not possible within 1 week as per the guidelines. So we are slightly deviating from the rules passed by the head office. So we are giving you 2 weeks of time from our end, from our regional office of Hyderabad. So we are giving 2 weeks of time. So utilize the time properly. So try to do as much as creative as possible. So what are all the things we require in your project? The first one is schematic should be perfect. So there are many schematic simulation tools. You can go back to those tools. You need to do the simulations. So for each and every project that you are working, we require, in the documentation, we want how much current it is taking in different conditions. You need to do simulations on your own. There are virtual simulation tools available. Do run simulation test, run test benches, come with the result. What is the maximum current it is utilizing at maximum stress level? At minimum stress level, what is the current it is taking, the minimum current? And for this current, how you calculated the track width? Okay, based on what parameters you have calculated the track width. So we want that. And what should be the thickness of the there is an option in ECEDA to change the thickness of the board. Okay, so what thickness have you chosen for your PCB, and based on what parameters you chosen that particular thickness, and what is the characteristic impedance. Okay, so what is the characteristic impedance based on that thickness, and are you following 50 ohm rule or not. And then see, 50 ohm rule is nothing but if you put all the parameters which are available with you in the characteristic impedance formula, if you get the value 50, that is called as 50 ohm rule. That's it. So are you following that or not. And then are you using ground planes or not, we will check all these kind of thing. Are you using mounting, we require mounting holes as well. Mounting holes are must and should. You can use two mounting holes, or you can use four on four sides. And kindly don't use sharp edges. Okay, at our Suchna we don't prefer sharp edges, so it should have at least some curve. Okay, a curve, nice curve, that is allowed. So unless you are using gold fingers, so I'm sure these in these projects gold fingers are not used, so I'm very well aware of it. But still, if you want to try something new by putting gold fingers, so then you will be, then we will ask you, we will be taking interview as well. There will be an interview session where you need to explain your project by presenting your documentation. So then you need, by the time you need to answer why you put gold fingers. So what's the advantage of putting gold fingers rather than traditional header pins. And but if you think, if you are, if you are placing gold fingers, then you need to design, you need to go back to some AutoCAD or some Fusion 360, where you need to design the mounting, the mounting outer frame, where this PCB can fit into that. Okay, so not just a rectangular PCB, there are so many things. See, if you just check the RAM structure, so it is designed in such a way that it can directly fit into the slots. Okay, RAM computer slots. See how these slots are there. So similarly, you can also plan something. So and you can add. So rather than the normal schematics which is available in the online, you can add some protection circuit. So you can add decoupling capacitor, electrostatic discharge protection diodes, ESD protection. You can add ground planes. So if you think you require any heat sink, you can add heat sink. So there are so many heat sinks available. We already discussed the kinds of heat sinks. So if you use a particular heat sink, then you need to tell why that particular heat sink you are using. Okay, you can use heat sinks, you can use colorful silk screen layers, you can take help of dual copper, double, you can make a double layered PCB. So if you want to do, those who know multi-layered PCB can do that. But if you don't know, you can, maybe after completion of this course you can opt in for multi-layered PCB. We will teach you that. We are having separate courses for KiCad. So this is the introductory course. In advanced courses we will be teaching KiCad, Altium Designer, and few other tools as well. Eagle and OverCAD. So many CAD tools, so many things are there. And if you are interested, you can perform, those who know thermal analysis, we can do thermal analysis. We discussed about thermal analysis, we discussed only a theoretical part. We haven't discussed how that thermal analysis is performed actually, that you can do. And uh, you can include as much as technical information as possible, the materials that you will be using, the components, its manufacturer part number. Okay, by the end of the project you need to submit so many documents to us. So first one is the documentation. So this documentation can be designed in Canva application. You can do that in Canva. So those who have Canva Pro, very good. But those who don't have, we will ask with the team to provide the access to the Canva at least during this particular period, the last 1 week. So in the Canva there would be export option. Okay, CKY is, I will show you that. Okay, rather than normal exporting, there would be high quality export. Okay, which is only available for the premium thing. So you need to use the high quality export, and you need to export the PDF. Also one more thing is that when placing in any images in silk screen layer, or else in the document, I mean in the schematic section, always make sure that the asset that you are using is having the highest quality. Okay, don't use images which are having low resolution, low pixels. Those are not allowed, strictly not allowed for this project. So if you want, you can do image enhancement as well. There are many image enhancing. If you just simply press for image quality enhancer, you will get so many tools. Okay, even a normal low resolution image can be converted into, turned into high resolution. See, this is the before image. Okay, and after doing the enhancement, it turned into something like this. So that much of variation is there. Okay, so this is the PixArt, and there is Canva image enhancer as well. Canva is also providing image enhancement tool. So make sure all the images are having no background, at least for logos or those kind of stuff. For main, if you are using something like a complete silk screen, for that, okay, if your background can exist, but for logos and all this stuff, strictly background should be removed, and then it should be having the highest quality, highest resolution. If you want, you can do image enhancement, and whenever you are placing the logo, our logo, the logo should be of the same format. We'll post the high quality asset of our logo, so it should be of the same format. No modifications are allowed to the logo, strictly not allowed. So logo should be of the same style. You can reduce and adjust the sizing. Okay, that's up to your wish according to the schematic section. So documentation, I will show you one documentation not related to the PCB but related to some other project. Okay, see, low quality assets, if you place low quality asset, immediately we will reject it. Okay, so at least for fabrication we will definitely reject it. No low quality assets are allowed. No low quality assets are allowed. Everything should be having professional standard, high quality. Let me check where this document is there. It should be having the name something like a Gaira XEI. I don't remember exactly. It's so due to so many things. So everything needs to be documented. Okay, including some. See, we also need some graphical analysis. I don't know what kind of graphs you put, but we need some graphs. Okay, it could be related to the efficiency or during the simulation test. So you can, there are so many things related to the simulations. You can put so many things that there. See, this is how a starting page should look like. Okay, here we need to have the logo, this thank you symbol, thank you made with love, Suchana. So something like that. So here you can put the name of the project, whatever that you are working on, and a small sub tag. Okay, tagline. Okay, here you can put your name and what, let's say you are studying MTech, or if you are working, if you are studying BTech, you can put BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, and you can put your college name as well if you want, your institute name. So these barcodes, these we will generate. Okay, you are no need to generate. After submission we will verify, and then we'll put a barcode. Okay, that means it is published in our repository. So we will maintain all your projects in one repository. Okay, see, at least even if you are unable to do in this much of standard, see, even the QR code is having our logo. See, so all rights reserved, ISBN number, marketing office. See, this is the contents page. Okay, introduction, So you know how what's the standard, you know, about how to document a project. So this is basically a healthcare related thing, early heart attack detection. So abstract, you need to have some abstract about the project and everything. So you can have some CAD models if you want the dimension. So this is for some virtual watch, this is for some watch. So for coming to your particular one, we need dimensions, everything. Even let's say between one resistor to another resistor also we need a dimension, how many how much mils, okay, the distance, everything needs to be documented. So here we are having some sketches. So here you can put some models, okay, of the PCB. You can put different, you can put sketch model. There are so many things are there. So very soon we will be introducing our app. We are launching it in Play Store, Suchna Infinity Learn app. It will be available maybe in 1 or 2 months. It will be available in the Play Store. So all your projects will be published in our repository, okay. So we are having some authentic symbol. So this symbol and this particular stamp and this particular barcode, we will place it after you submitted the project. So basically it is related to some project, so where we put the circuit diagram and everything. So here you can put the schematics, okay, schematics. And for if you're performing an online simulation for the same schematic, you can put the schematic, you know, online simulation images as well, okay. See again here, as here also we are having our logo. So you can document everything. You can put some graphs, graphical analysis. So everything you can document. See, this is the GSM module. So everything needs to be documented. Its complete architecture, how it works, everything. So if possible, you can place some assets, images, okay. And if you want, you can place some videos as well. See different kinds of graphs. So you are having some videos. See like that. So this is the watch that we designed. Okay, this product is completely designed by Suchna. So that will be available in the market very soon. So it is actually a watch, okay, which you can wear, wristwatch. So we designed in different models. The entire operating system is also designed by Suchna. So complete operating system is designed by us. It works under Linux, but I customized the Linux, uh, Linux bundle. So it's color gradient. So different things we documented. So how it works, everything, different kinds of apps inside that. So like this, you need to document for the PCB thing. Okay, everything you need to document. So just by observing this particular documentation, we need to understand everything. See, it is around 109 pages. Okay, so the minimum page for documentation is 50. So it should not be less than 50. It should be at least of 50. Everything should be documented. So we want as many as technical parameters to be documented. So we just don't know what you do. We want everything to be documented. Measurements, CAD designs, everything. Schematics. What is the difference between other schematics and our one? Only the I'm sorry. So only the top performers, for them fabrication we will plan. Okay. So it's really once in a lifetime opportunity. Utilize it properly. Okay. So coming to the Gerber export. So we will discuss that. We will be having one more session where we will be checking your progress. Okay. So how well you are performing, we will analyze your progress. So during that we will explain you. It's very simple. They are directly going to the export option. There would be a file export option. Just clicking on that, automatically it will download a zip file, zip version. Okay. So how many of you are ready to do this? This much of thing. How many of you are ready? See, if you make something wonderful, then what we expect, okay, then we will publish it. And so many things are there. We will be doing, we will be giving so many, you know, literally, it will be highlighted in our media. And yeah, so exciting. It would be going to be very exciting. Okay, the course will be going to be exciting. So we'll announce some uh, winners as well, okay, during the graduation day. So this is the main thing. Okay, everything needs to be documented. We want everything to be in the professional standard. So we will also, let's say, these products. So we are actually opening an online store in the month of September. We are launching an online store. So if you perform very well, maybe whatever the PC that you designed, so we'll have a chance to be placed in our product list, so that people can also buy the same product. Okay, so it's really wonderful opportunity for you. Utilize of it. So already we are you know already we have prepared everything. So only from your end it is left. So perform well, and don't try to copy others work. It is strictly not allowed. So everything should be your original work. And moreover, we don't want to get any kind of copyrighted issues. Copyright infringement is completely prohibited. Come all assets you need to generate. If you use AI, even if you use AI generate AI, that watermark is also not allowed. Okay, so we don't know how you will be doing it, how you will be doing this. You can take help of any AI tools. You can take Adobe tools. There are many tools available. Generate assets, do schematics. It should be of professional standard. Even in choosing the electronic component, we want at every micro level, we want highest standard. Okay, so any questions you have regarding this project thing, kindly please unmute and ask now itself. Any questions? Actual deadline is 1 week. We extended it to 14 days, but try to submit. See, we were giving extra time for documentation. Okay, but PCB should be submitted as early as possible. Yes, Vaibhav, ask your question.
The document in documentation we have to write it on our own and uh, submit it.
See, you can write on your own or you can take help of AI, but complete AI, we will reject it. We are having automated detection tools. So if you use AI, it will be easily detected. Okay, so very easily we can detect it. So that's why, see, you can take help of online resources. Okay, so you can use AI but not completely depend on it. And see, there should be a difference existing between our own modules and the modules manufactured by others. So what difference you want to be incorporated in our project and what creativity you want to incorporate, implement, that's up to you. So there are many young minds. So we need to ignite the spark. So rest, I hope you will, everything is assured from your end. So perform well. Okay. See, already we have seen many creative silk screens, isn't it? But kindly please don't try to imitate the shape just by adding some label like made by human in the world. Okay, that's already outdated. So plan something. Suchana branding should be highlighted. So yeah. Any questions? Any other questions? I will be wrapping up the session, so that's why I will be quickly taking questions from you. So if no questions, I will end. How many of you are ready? Still after explaining all this thing, how many of you are ready to make the project? Those who complete the project, they will receive special recognition certificate. Okay. Those who perfectly complete everything, all the parameters. Vaibhav, Teja, Anirudh. I think few people dropped now. After I explained everything, so they thought it's not possible for me. Few people dropped. So we will see. We are working on so many cool, interesting, innovative solutions. Okay. So you will get an opportunity to involve. So you can get involved in our activities as well. So it's a wonderful opportunity to have us as a skill enhancer. Yeah. So thank you for joining today's session. I'm signing off.
అయిపోయిందా
అమ్మ అన్నం వండుతున్నావా? ఆకలి అవుతుందమ్మా. చెయ్యి.